You told someone something today that wasn't yours to tell. You dressed it up as concern. You called it just keeping someone informed. But the moment the words left your mouth, something in your brain released a quiet little reward. That feeling has a name, and it is older than language itself. For most of human history, information was the most dangerous thing in the world. Not fire, not predators, not hunger. Information. Knowing who in your tribe was trustworthy, who was lying, who had taken more than their share of the hunt, who was sleeping with whose partner, that knowledge was the difference between surviving inside a group and dying alone outside it. And the only way to move that information fast enough to matter was to talk quietly, behind someone's back. 30,000 years ago, a tribe of early humans sat around a fire every night. They had no laws, no courts, no police. They had no system to punish a cheater or remove a dangerous person from the group. What they had was each other's ears. If someone in the tribe started taking more food than they contributed, the news spread through whispered conversations before that person had finished eating. If someone was violent, unstable, or untrustworthy, every member of the group knew within hours. Gossip was the alarm system. Gossip was the court. Gossip was the punishment. The anthropologist Robin Dunbar spent decades studying why human brains are so much larger than they need to be for basic survival. His conclusion was unexpected. He found that the human neocortex, the part of the brain responsible for complex social reasoning, grew specifically to manage relationships within large groups. His research showed that early humans lived in groups of roughly 150 people, now called Dunbar's number, and that maintaining trust and social knowledge across 150 individuals required an enormous amount of cognitive processing. Gossip, he argued, was the primary tool humans developed to manage that complexity. It was social grooming at scale. Where other primates spent hours physically grooming each other to build bonds, humans learn to bond through conversation, through information exchange, through talking about other people. And here is where it gets interesting. Studies on modern human conversation show that roughly 65% of all human speech is social information about other people, not ideas, not facts, not plans. People, who did what, who said what, who cannot be trusted. This is not a modern weakness. This is an ancient operating system running exactly as designed. There is a specific mechanism inside your brain called the social monitoring system. It activates the moment you hear information about someone you know. Your brain does not treat this as entertainment. It treats it as survival data. It catalogs it, cross-references it with what you already know about that person, and updates your internal model of who they are and how dangerous or useful they might be to you. Every time you gossip, your brain is performing a threat assessment that is 300,000 years old. Tribes that shared social information survived. Tribes that did not were destroyed from the inside by cheaters, free riders, and hidden threats they never saw coming. The individuals who were best at gathering and sharing social intelligence had the highest status in the group, the most allies, and the best chance of surviving long enough to pass their genes forward. You are descended from the gossips. Every single one of your ancestors was someone who talked. But somewhere along the way, civilization decided gossip was shameful. Churches called it sin. Philosophers called it weakness. Self-help books tell you to rise above it. And so you spend your life feeling guilty for doing something your brain has been rewarded for doing since before your species had a written language. Here's what nobody tells you. The guilt you feel after gossip is also ancient. It exists because being caught sharing damaging information about a tribe member carried its own social risk. Your brain learned to feel shame after gossip as a regulatory mechanism, a way of making sure you only shared information that was worth the risk. The guilt is not evidence that gossip is wrong. The guilt is evidence that your brain is working correctly. So the next time you lean toward a friend and lower your voice and share something you probably should not, know this. You are not being petty. You are not being small. You are running a social intelligence program that kept your ancestors alive, bonded your tribe together, and built the kind of trust networks that no law or institution has ever fully replaced. Your brain is doing exactly what it was built to do. The question worth asking is this: if gossip is such a powerful survival tool, why does modern society work so hard to make us feel ashamed of it? What does it say about power when the people at the top of society are the ones who benefit most from everyone else staying quiet? Think about that. And if this video made you see yourself a little differently today, subscribe. Because every week on this channel, we take something you thought you understood about being human, and we turn it completely upside down.